Sydney WorldPride 2023. With more than 300 ticketed and free fabulous events, a First Nations focus and rainbows galore, we're counting down the days until Sydney WorldPride 2023. The massive celebration of LGBTIQA+ communities from around the world kicks off on the 17th of February. So much of it is happening in our area and we're a supporter. What you need to know about Sydney WorldPride 2023. A massive celebration of LGBTIQA+ communities from around the world. Sydney WorldPride is one of the biggest events to ever come to our city. The City of Sydney is proud that so much of this international celebration of LGBTIQA+ communities will happen in our area and we're supporting the event. Here's what you need to know before it all kicks off on the 17th of February. Free and paid events. No matter your interests or budget, you're invited to Sydney WorldPride 2023. There are more than 300 events happening across Greater Sydney, from concerts to parties, theatre, exhibitions, sports and family events. Find the program of official events on the Sydney WorldPride website. For community events, see Pride Amplified. Mardi Gras is coming home to Oxford Street. Just in time for the parade's 45th anniversary, the world-renowned parade returns to Oxford Street on Saturday the 25th of February. For the first time since 2020, the beating heart of Sydney's LGBTIQA+ communities will host 12,500 marches and more than 200 floats. It's the biggest event of the Sydney WorldPride Festival and not to be missed. If you can't get there in person, the parade will be broadcast live in fabulous form on the ABC. Accessibility is key. Sydney WorldPride 2023 is an inclusive event. There's an accessible viewing area at the Mardi Gras parade that includes a free shuttle to and from public transport, low sensory zones, flat road level access and more. Find out more about accessibility at Sydney WorldPride. Rainbows everywhere. Our streets will come alive with rainbows as councils, businesses and organisations across the city install rainbow monuments and displays to celebrate the festival. In our area we're refreshing the Oxford Street Rainbow Crossing and Path in Prince Alfred Park. Photo attached. The George Street Pride Flag Project is part of the New South Wales Government Streets as Shared Spaces program. Photo, Abril Fellman, City of Sydney. Working in partnership with the New South Wales Government to install a Pride flag on George Street. Beautifying and brightening Oxford Street with living colour floral art displays. Lighting the Taylor Square fountain with a Pride theme. You'll find more rainbows from Coogee to Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. Visit the WorldPride website to find out more about the Rainbow City. Family-friendly events and activities for teens. Photo attached. Fair Day at Victoria Park. Photo, Anne-Marie Callilhanna. Take a picnic and some friends to enjoy Mardi Gras Fair Day at Victoria Park on Broadway, or enjoy a theatre show produced by children from rainbow families. Or maybe your teen wants to learn to Vogue. Our libraries have also gotten on board with Pride Amplified Storytime, free online stories for preschoolers presented by LGBTIQA+ individuals. Extra public transport services. Leave the car at home if you can and take public transport. There'll be major road closures in place and large crowds for the Mardi Gras parade on Saturday the 25th of February and the Pride March on Sunday the 5th of March. Extra trains and buses will be running. Plan your journey before you venture out and allow plenty of extra travel time to make the most of the events. Pride March over the Sydney Harbour Bridge. On Sunday the 5th of March, 50,000 people will march in their brightest colours across the Sydney Harbour Bridge for the Pride March. The powerful international statement of visibility kicks off at 7 a.m. in North Sydney and finishes in Hyde Park and the Domain. The event is free but ticketed via ballot. If you missed out on tickets, you can sign up for the waitlist for a chance to be picked in another draw. Information on changes to traffic conditions and road closures will be available prior to the event. Celebrating First Nations queer culture. Carriageworks in Eveleigh will be the destination for performances by leading national and international First Nations artists. Free to enter, explore and connect, Marri Madung Butbit, Many Brave Hearts, the First Nations Gathering Space, will also host a range of ticketed events where audiences can experience the rainbow heart of the oldest surviving culture on the planet. Shows include Miss First Nation, Supreme Queen, an electric battle of the queens staged over 3 nights, and Club Village, a dazzling variety show curated by Drag Race Down Under star Queen Kong. There's also a huge First Nations Gala concert happening at the Sydney Opera House on Thursday, the 2nd of March. The general ticket allocation for this event is exhausted, however, tickets are available to purchase by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities under the Sydney WorldPride Mob Ticks program. Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander and other First Nations people can access discounted tickets to other events too through this program. Pride in our villages and streets. Businesses across the city are getting involved celebrating and welcoming LGBTIQA+ communities. For 10 days from the 24th of February, parts of Crown and Riley streets will be closed to create pedestrian-only areas. The Pride villages will become home to daily stalls, performances, dining and a place to connect with friends and family in between World Pride events. On weekends, Crown Street will be home to a stage with nightly shows and special extended entertainment. Human rights top the agenda. A central part of Sydney WorldPride is a 3-day human rights conference. It's open to all, LGBTIQA+ community members and allies, activists and academics, lawyers and lawmakers, professionals and students. It will be the largest LGBTQIA+ human rights conference ever to be held in the Southern Hemisphere and takes place 1 to 3 March. Sydney WorldPride 2023 is from the 17th of February to the 5th of March 2023, incorporating Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. Access tickets for official events via sydneyworldpride.com. Find tickets for community events at prideamplified.au. All important link posted on description.